the program we've already had for vulnerable communities. Earlier this year we announced funding of $30 million, and this is very much about extending that $27 million package. And the package is very much about putting our arms around those vulnerable communities, very much about ensuring they can put food on their plate, to very much take care of the basics, because many of them have simply no opportunity to receive, Commonwealth payments and the like, have limited savings and so forth. So specifically, the package includes $3.7 million for our partners Red Cross and local government in relation to continuing to provide the isolation packages. And the Red Cross has done a marvellous job. I think 4,300 of those have gone out in Shepparton in recent weeks. But it's also about recognising the great work that local government does with us, of reaching into those communities and knowing what those communities need on the ground in terms of food relief and ensuring the appropriate and right food gets there. There's also $6 million set aside for Food Relief Reserve, which is specifically for our larger providers to provide food to smaller charities throughout the whole of Victoria. So these are your major providers like your Food Shares, your Oz Harvest and alike, to ensure that we can get food out to some of the smaller agencies presently who may not be able to actually reach out and get that food presently. So it's very much about ensuring that we have that capacity there, and that can be drawn upon any time, and it might actually in some ways cover things like needing extra staff to ensure you can actually get food out, because volunteers during this period of time may have dropped off. And it also recognises the fact that donations, whether it be from the local community or supermarkets, have dropped off. We're also extending our emergency hardship support package and as asylum seeker support, $5.9 million plus another $2 million, to recognise that many of these people in the community simply don't have savings. They have no opportunity to receive Commonwealth income and are very much in an incredibly desperate situation. And they need to put food on their plate, pay their bills and alike. And that is very much about acknowledging the need for this for both temporary and visa holders and those undocumented migrants. There's also $7 million for our cold task force, and that's very much about both supporting food relief, but also ensuring that the message and the support gets out there for people to be vaccinated, people to be tested. And our cold task force has done a marvellous job of reaching into the community, because the skills they have, the connections they have, and the understanding of culture they have, and the most appropriate way to actually reach out and ensure that we're protecting the most vulnerable in our community. There is also further funding for family violence and support for single women. Now, the family violence, as we know, during this period of time, it has increased. There is no doubt about that. And this is very much about providing that support and recognising the continuing need to support people and ensuring that, to get out of your house. Really, if you're in that situation, to put it simply, that's a reason to get out of your house. And we need to provide the support, we need to provide the brokerage, and we need to provide the accommodation. That is one of those reasons we very much want people to be blunt, to leave their house if they're in those difficult situations. So this package is very much about recognising the acute impact, obviously the lockdown, the fact that we're not at a level in terms of community vaccinations we need to be, and we need to continue to buy time and support those vulnerable communities while we wait for that vaccine rollout to continue. Thank you.